Channel 3 Sports.
Memphis versus Tennessee, Tennessee versus Memphis. A beautiful sound and an ugly rivalry. Thank goodness it got renewed today. These teams facing off for the first time since January of 2013. And you know what? The Volunteers coming in with some clout. Ranked third in the country, the Vols and Admiral Schofield got out to a fast start as the Admiral drains a triple in the early going to give the Vols a 15-5 lead. Grant Williams, the SEC preseason player of the year, he was a handful too, the basket and the foul. Williams had 19 points as the Vols led 50-35 at the break. In the second half, the Tigers came roaring back. Even Davenport going up on a Saturday. Davenport led all scorers, set a career high with 31 points. Later, great feed, Davenport the finish. The Tigers would cut it down to 5 in the second half, but number 3 Tennessee and Admiral Schofield would finish it out. Schofield hits another 3 from deep. He finished with 29 as the Vols go on to win 102-92. Mississippi State football coach Joe Moorhead in the house to watch number 18 Mississippi State host Cincinnati for another SEC AAC matchup today. And Cincy's Keith Williams got the Bearcats thinking upset. Hits the jumper to tie the game at 45 in the second half. But State would put it in high gear. Quindary Witherspoon, that's good for 3. Bulldogs up 5. Going back to the long-range game to put this one away. Tyson Carter for 3. Bulldogs hold off Cincy, winning 70-59. And the Razorbacks getting a win over Texas San Antonio today, 79-67 the final score. The Hogs, Isaiah Joe, led all scorers with 21 points in the win. If a trade mishap over Rich Brooks wasn't enough for the Grizzlies to go through last night, starting forward Kyle Anderson was out after spraining his ankle last night. The Grizzlies hosting the Houston Rockets tonight at the Forum. Mike Conley taking on Chris Paul from the top of the key, through the lane, through the bottom of the net. Conley led the Grizz with 22, and that ties the game in the first. But the usually secure Grizzlies sloppy to start, finished with 14 turnovers. Chris Paul gets a steal. Harden, James Harden that is, the slam. He finished with 32. Rockets up 14-8. Later, Marc Gasol chiming in from behind the arc, buries the top of the key triple. Grizz down 1. Then, how about a little shimmy for the fake out, then the hook. Too smooth, Chris Paul can't handle it. Grizzlies shot 53% from the field. Grizz down by 21 at one point, cut it to 6 in the fourth, but could never catch up. Clint Capella throwing it down. So Rockets get the road win. Grizzlies fall 105-97. And of course, the Grizzlies not getting Kelly Oubre in the trade last night because of a mix-up on Grizz players Marshawn Brooks and Dylan Brooks. The Grizzlies general manager Chris Wallace discussed earlier today his frustration with the almost 3-team deal gone wrong, saying they're not the ones at fault.
I don't carry grudges, but I'm not happy about what happened last night at the same time. We were put in a very difficult position with our own players, a situation that we take great pains not to get into, and we were forced to talk to them right after a loss in the locker room. I mean, that's not ideal, right? This should all stayed in-house, and it wasn't, and that started the avalanches going downhill at that point.
With just 3 games left in the regular season, the Titans find themselves at 7-6 and fighting for a wild card spot. Every game from here on out is crucial, and the Titans trying to get a win on the road at New York tomorrow, something Tennessee hasn't done much of this season. The Titans just 2-5 away from Nashville on the year.
I think you have to just start talking to them. Maybe we've been preaching about having a road mentality that you'd like to start fast and do all those types of things, but if you don't, you have to have a mentality that you're going to try to stick together, push through. You're going to have to finish if you get a lead. If you're down, you're going to have to, battle your way back.
Kickoff for that game is at noon and can be seen right here on News Channel 3, followed by the Patriots and the Steelers at 3:25. That'll do it for sports. More News Channel 3 after this.